It is March 3rd, May 3rd, I'm sorry. Man, it's May 3rd. This is a morning coffee chat. It's a little bit early this morning. I've got some obligations at 8:30 elsewhere in the county. Well, it's actually at 9, but I need to be up there early. So I'm going to just do a coffee chat this morning at 8 o'clock. If you're here, please make a comment in the comment section. If anybody has any questions at all, even if you're watching this later, you can make a comment with your question and I'll answer it as best I can. If I don't have the answer, I'll find it out for you. So I'm Mayor Woody Brown. This is our monthly coffee chat. We're now on Facebook the first Tuesday of each month, and we have been meeting in person at Kim's Family Restaurant on Starkey Road, just south of Almerton, on the third Tuesday of each month. So we've had a decent group there. Some of the folks that were in my initial coffee chat some 3 or 4 years ago, pre-COVID, when we used to only meet in person. So I kind of like that I can reach out to people on Facebook Live here and also have an in-person coffee chat. So it's nice to be able to do that. If you're tuning in and watching this, please make a comment so I can see some eyeballs are here, and we'll get started. I did look at COVID numbers. I was hoping to skip COVID numbers today, but frankly they've turned back up a little bit. But I think that it seems, at least by the numbers that I looked at, there is an increase, relative to 3 weeks ago. But there's no increase in hospitalization. The number for people being hospitalized in this country is relatively low in the whole United States. I couldn't find those numbers for the state of Florida. In fact, the data that I'm reporting on this morning is from April 15th through the 21st. So the data's not even coming out until it's about 2 weeks old right now in Florida. Well, I got a few people that are here. If you'd like to say good morning, drop it in the comments so I can see it. I don't see any comments yet this morning. Just making sure I'm doing everything right here. Very good. So let me see. COVID. We had 800 new cases in Pinellas County on that week of April 15th through 21st. 800 new cases of COVID for that week. In Florida, the total new cases for Florida in April 15th through the 21st is 20,000. Good morning, Stacy. Oh, I'll get an answer for you on that, Michael. And good morning. I know that there's a spot on the website through engineering that you can find the schedule, the at least proposed and current schedule for road work and paving projects throughout the city. They've got a lot of projects going on, some big, some small, but I'll get a link and I'll post it on that question. I'm pretty sure that there's a page dedicated just to the road schedule. Good morning, John. How's it going up in New Jersey? It's good to see people from the Northeast. Even a lot of our New Englanders have just are heading home this week or headed home last week. You can see that the traffic on the roads has lightened up just a little bit. And I think, no offense, John, to New Jersey drivers, but I think that our driving has gotten a little better in the last week. Okay, that's just... anyways, thanks for being here. Back to COVID numbers. I looked at hospital numbers. As I said, there's not a whole lot of people that are being hospitalized. It seems like just like Omicron, maybe it's a little bit more contagious, but less. John, you say that every year. John says he's coming down here. More contagious, but a little bit less vigorous or less dangerous for people that contract it. So Largo Med, it's actually Largo Hospital now, is at 68% of their beds are occupied, 71% of their ICU. Meese Dunedin is 80% and 82% of their ICU. St. Anthony's is 83%, 79% of the ICU, and Morton Plant is 92% and 84% of their ICU. Those are the busiest in the area, and certainly I always report on Largo and Morton Plant because they're the two closest here to us. Good morning, Linda. So I wanted to just hit a couple highlights of the City Commission. Today is Tuesday, so it's a City Commission meeting day. It's the first. We have meetings on the first and third Tuesdays of the month, typically. So we do have a couple ceremonial proclamations. This month is Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month proclamation. We'll be talking a little bit about that, and we'll be honoring a recent retiree, Officer Tran, who just retired from our police department, and was most people who live in Largo know who Officer Tran is, and we certainly will have an opportunity today to wish him success in his new ventures as he retires from the police department. So we also have National Kids to Parks Day proclamation and a presentation of a check from the Police and Kids Foundation. Now, we were looking at different ways to divert teenagers from hanging out in the playground at Largo Central Park. That playground's designed for kids that are 12 and under. And we had teenagers hanging out there, and although they weren't most of them weren't necessarily causing any issues. Some of them were using inappropriate language for little kids and sitting on the equipment that the little kids wanted to go play on. So we decided to try to develop some type of teen area in Largo Central Park that's appropriate for the older kids to hang out. So we needed some money for that, and the Police and Kids Foundation stepped up with a generous contribution, and we'll be getting that check today. I think it's for $67,000. It's going to build that teen area in Largo Central Park, pretty close to the playground, but also separate. I think when we had the youth leadership group chime in and give us some great ideas as far as how to design that. It's tough for adults, for people like me, to design an area for teenagers. If it's designed by me, I don't think the teenagers would think it's cool, probably. So let me see, we've got a few things on the consent docket, including, there was a couple interesting things I wanted to mention. The recyclables. If you're recycling at your house, we are starting to once again be profitable in the recycling business. We for quite a while, the market in recyclables was really, really down. In fact, it was costing us almost as much, or even a little bit more, than if we would just take that recycling stuff to the solid waste facility. We decided to keep at it, and now we're actually recouping money and making money on our recycling, including cardboard, which is what the agenda item is about today. Good morning, Susie. It's good to see you. Well, see you on here. That we also have a final design of the Rosary Road Phase 2, which is east of the Walmart out to Eagle Lake Park. I know Rosary seems like it's been under construction for a while. There is a brief closure coming up around the railroad tracks on Rosary Road, but this is the final design for that east side. Jenny, thank you. We as a commission, we decided that rather than just ban teenagers from our playground, we would encourage them to have a place of their own. So although there's a big park there, there's plenty of places to hang out other than the playground. We have the development agreement between Seminole Square Partners and the City of Largo. Seminole Square Partners is doing an affordable housing apartment complex at the corner, near the corner of Seminole Boulevard and Ulmerton Road. If you can recall, if you're turning left coming from the north, turning left to go into Home Depot, there's that vacant lot on the left. Many of you may remember there was a bank on that vacant lot that got like this, like that, when they were trying to move it. for some time. Looked like the Ripley's Believe It or Not building over in Orlando. So that parcel there is going to be an affordable housing project, and it's going to be nice apartments, but it's going to be income-based housing. So what that means is if you're at 150% of the gross median income or below, you can apply to get in there, and the rent that you pay is based on your income, and it's as a percentage of your take-home pay. So it helps keep housing affordable for our first responders and teachers, and people just starting out. So it's important, I think, for Central Pinellas County for projects like this. It's a great little project, kind of infill in that area. We're also looking at Horizon West Bay. We will be considering an agreement for landlord representation for our tenants. As you know, Horizon West Bay is a mixed-use building in our downtown, which will house City Hall, but the first floor is going to be tenants, the restaurants or a coffee shop or even a brewery. We don't have that whole. We have some ideas, but we don't know exactly who's going in there. So I think that we're going to have some really, really great. Good morning, Julie. Some great entertainment and activities on the first floor of the Horizon building in downtown. So we are looking at the organization that was selected to manage that for us. We certainly don't want to manage that, I don't think. So that's on the agenda today. Let me see if I'm missing anything. This is an interesting thing. We're changing. I had a pool person come to me with some challenges that only were presented in the city of Largo, and we're cleaning up our code of ordinances to be aligned with most of the other cities, so making it easier for pool guys to do their jobs and our residents to get swimming pools just in time for summer. Although the price of swimming pools has gone up a little bit in the last couple of years. So some other news: we have our community development department is closed today from 11 o'clock to 1:45. So if you were planning on picking up that permit, get down there before 11 or wait until right after 1:45. There's going to be some training going on for those few hours at community development. The whole floor, the whole room in there at community development is going to be closed from 11 to 1:45 today. We have a career fair coming up. I talked to somebody in human resources yesterday, and currently we have about 26 roughly openings that we're looking for good people to join our team. It's pretty common right now in bigger organizations where they've got a lot of vacancies. We have 26 openings, and we're going to have a career fair on Friday, May 13th from 10 to 2 at the Largo Library. It's in the Jenkins Room. So when you walk in the library, kind of follow around to the right. While you're at the library, I'd like you to check out the new butterfly garden in the courtyard. This is a time where it is full of butterflies right now. This coming weekend is the Mayor's Golf Tournament. It's at Largo Municipal Golf Course. It is a tournament that's hosted by the golf course and the mayor and myself. And I've played in that golf tournament since before I was mayor. It's one of the 2 golf outings that I have each year. So as you can expect, I don't do that well. But it's a fun little course, and it's always a good time. And importantly, the money that we raise at the Mayor's Golf Tournament goes to summer camp scholarships for kids that need some help to be able to come to summer camp in Largo. So all the money that is raised from the Mayor's Golf Tournament goes to that. I think it's sold out, so if you haven't already signed up, you may not be able to, but pay attention for that for next year. I know that I've got a pretty good foursome, and I might have recruited a couple ringers. what happened to the foot golf at the there's still foot golf, Curtis. At that course, at Largo Municipal Golf Course, there's foot golf holes at each of the holes, or alternate holes, soccer ball sized holes that are just off of the green, and there's still you can still go out and play foot golf there. And they occasionally host events and tournaments and fundraisers that are specifically, so they'll use the whole course, everybody on the course to be playing foot golf. So yeah, that still exists out there. Good morning, Claire. Good to see you. So that the Mayor's Golf Tournament is this Saturday morning. It starts at 8:30 until about 1 o'clock. Also on May 18th, I think that's a Wednesday morning. I'm not sure, but May 18th, the Central Pinellas Chamber of Commerce, used to be Largo Chamber of Commerce, so that trips me up sometimes. The Central Pinellas Chamber of Commerce is having their State of the City. So our staff, myself included, will be presenting what's going on in Largo. So much of the information, you guys already know most of the stuff, but we'll be presenting a lot about what the city has going on, both on the city side as well as private investment in our city. There's a lot going on around Largo, so we'll be bragging on that a little bit for a morning meeting on May 18th, and that's out at PTEC on the east side of Largo at 7:30. It starts at 7:30 in the morning. So that's all I had. Did I mention why I'm early today? I know I started this at 8 o'clock this morning. I've got a press conference that I'm going to with our police department and City Clearwater and their police department, where Congressman Christ was able to help us get. We put in our capital improvement plans, body-worn police cameras for, I think it was 2 years from now, because it's not inexpensive to go citywide, patrol-wide with that. And he was able to help us get money to pay for it this year. So that's going to be a nice change. We're a pretty large police organization, and we were one of the last in the area to have those body-worn police cameras. So we'll be getting them this year, and thank you to some federal money coming down from Washington, D.C. And so I'm going to the press conference. It's certainly nice to be able to get some federal help for things like that. So good morning, Danny. How you doing? Well, that's all that I have for this morning. Do I have any coffee chats coming up? I have a in-person coffee chat in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. It is at 8:30 at Kim's Family Restaurant on Starkey Road. That is just south of Almerton Road on the east side of the word. John, we just saw a preliminary schedule. I'll post that here. I'm not sure. I don't want to guess on the dates, but the county, and with cooperation from both the city of Largo and Bel Air Bluffs, is going to be doing some redesign, repaving. It's coupled with a planned repaving program for West Bay Drive, essentially from the Pinellas County Trail to the bridge going west. So that's coming up, but I don't know the exact timeline on that. I'll post it here, John, when I find it. So thank you all for being here this morning. Hope that you enjoy this nice May day before it starts to get even more warm and humid out there in the next month or so. And you guys have a great week. You can always reach me here, and you know how to get in touch with me as well. Have a great day.